Have you ever wondered what it's like to travel to the farthest edge of the map? My journey began with that question. A quest to follow in the footsteps of Genghis Khan across 6,000 miles of wild steppe from Mongolia to Hungary. This wasn't just a trip, it was a leap into a world shaped by nomads, where I'd learn about resilience, hospitality, and the spirit of adventure that still lives on the open plains. My book is about more than just recounting the events of a long and challenging ride across a vast and storied land. It delves into something far deeper than mere physical endurance. It's about immersing myself in a living, breathing history, feeling the echoes of the past resonate in the present. It's about understanding the forces that shape this land and its people. I set out from Mongolia, the legendary land of Genghis Khan, a place steeped in history and tradition, a cradle of empires and nomadic cultures. I embarked on this journey with only the companionship of my trusty horses and my loyal dog, Tygon, who became an indispensable part of my adventure. Together we crossed seemingly endless grasslands, stretching as far as the eye could see, a sea of green under an expansive sky. We navigated towering mountains, their rugged peaks piercing the clouds, ancient sentinels guarding the secrets of the land. And we traversed scorching deserts, where the sun beat down relentlessly, testing our endurance and resilience. Along the way, I had the privilege of living alongside the nomadic people in their traditional gers, experiencing their way of life firsthand. I learned to survive as they do, adapting to the harsh environment and embracing their time-honored traditions, gaining a profound respect for their resourcefulness and resilience. The people I met possessed very little in terms of material wealth. Their lives were simple and unadorned, but their generosity was truly boundless, their hearts overflowing with kindness and a willingness to share what little they had. They taught me a valuable lesson, that kindness, compassion, and a strong sense of community are far more important and enduring than any material possession. By confronting the same challenges that the nomads face on a daily basis, enduring fierce blizzards that swept across the open steppe, battling persistent hunger when food was scarce, and grappling with the profound sense of isolation that comes from being in such a remote and sparsely populated land, I began to truly understand the indomitable spirit and unwavering determination that allowed them to build and sustain a vast empire. This journey was ultimately about forging connections, connecting with the rich tapestry of history that is woven into the very fabric of this land, connecting with the raw, untamed beauty of nature that surrounds you at every turn, and connecting with the diverse and resilient people whose lives may be vastly different from our own, but whose hearts beat with the same fundamental human emotions, the same desires for love, connection, and belonging. As I walked across the vast expanse of the steppe, I learned profound lessons that transcend mere geography and cultural understanding. Lessons that speak to the very essence of what it means to be human, to be connected, to be alive. The seemingly barren steppe became my unexpected classroom, a place of profound learning and self-discovery. And its resilient and wise people, the nomads who call this land home, became my invaluable teachers, sharing their ancient wisdom and guiding me on my journey. On the steppe I learned quickly, you can't do anything big alone. Genghis Khan's genius was uniting rivals into a powerful team. My own team was small, just me, my horses and Tygon, but we depended on each other for survival. Every member mattered. If one struggled, we all did. Like a sports team, success depended on trust and cooperation. Genghis Khan organized his army so everyone looked out for each other. That loyalty was their strength. The lesson? Value your team, family, friends or colleagues. Together, you can achieve what's impossible alone. Build trust, help each other, and you'll go farther than you ever could solo. The vast expanse of the steppe, with its endless horizons, became my teacher. It taught me a lesson more valuable than any map or guide could offer, the art of flexibility. Out there, under the immense sky, the weather possesses a capricious nature. It changes in a heartbeat. Sunshine warming the golden grass one moment, a blinding blizzard descending with furious intensity the next. The steppe demands respect. The nomads, wise to the ways of this land, have a saying, "Be like the grass." When the wind blows with unrelenting force, the grass gracefully bends, yielding to the pressure, but it doesn't break, it survives. Genghis Khan's people, masters of survival, thrived in this environment by adapting, moving with the seasons, following the grazing lands, never clinging rigidly to one place or a fixed plan. They understood the rhythm of the steppe. I started my journey with a meticulously crafted, rigid plan, convinced I knew the best route. But the land, in its infinite wisdom, had other ideas, far different from my own. Rivers flooded, turning familiar paths into impassable obstacles, horses tired, their strength tested by the relentless terrain, and strangers with hearts as open as the steppe itself unexpectedly invited me to stay, offering food, shelter, and stories. Slowly, I learned to let go of the illusion of control, to relinquish my grip on the plan and embrace the unexpected detours that life presented. The best moments, the most profound experiences invariably came from those unplanned detours. In life, as on the steppe, things rarely, if ever, go precisely as planned. True strength isn't about resisting the inevitable, but knowing when to bend like the grass, adapt to the changing conditions, and patiently wait for the storm to pass. Flexibility isn't weakness or a sign of defeat. It's a fundamental strategy for survival, a testament to resilience. And sometimes, quite unexpectedly, the detour, the unplanned route, turns out to be the real adventure, leading to discoveries you never imagined. Living under the endless sky, a boundless expanse that stretches as far as the eye can see, is an experience that profoundly shapes the soul. The sheer scale of the steppe changes you, molding your perspective and altering your understanding of the world. The vastness makes your worries seem small, insignificant even, against the backdrop of such immensity. It reminds you you're part of something bigger, a grand cosmic tapestry woven with stars and endless possibilities, a humbling realization. Nomads respect nature deeply. Their lives are intertwined with its rhythms and cycles. They see themselves as its children, not its masters, understanding that true prosperity comes from living in harmony with the natural world. Genghis Khan, for all his power and dominion over vast lands, would seek guidance from the eternal blue sky, recognizing a wisdom greater than his own. He would seek this guidance before making big decisions, understanding the importance of aligning his actions with the greater forces of the universe. That humility, a recognition of our place within the grand scheme of things, knowing you're just a small part of a vast world, a tiny speck in the face of eternity, brings wisdom and peace, a sense of calm that settles deep within the soul. Even in a city surrounded by concrete and steel, you can find this perspective. Just look up, past the towering buildings and bustling streets, breathe and remember your place in the universe, a small but significant part of something truly magnificent. The lesson of the open sky is to stay humble, to acknowledge the limits of our understanding, stay connected to the natural world and to each other, fostering a sense of community and shared purpose, and let nature remind you what truly matters. Love, connection, and a deep appreciation for the beauty that surrounds us. Sometimes the best answers come not from frantic searching or endless analysis, but when you simply look up and allow the vastness of the sky to fill you with wonder. Why care about a leader from 8 centuries ago? Because the core of being human, courage, friendship, curiosity, never changes. Genghis Khan's story isn't just about conquest, it's about resilience and rising above hardship. When life gets tough, remembering stories like his can give you strength. My journey taught me that people everywhere want the same things: family, kindness, and belonging. Old stories help us understand others and ourselves. They remind us to be curious, not fearful of what's different. Adventure isn't just crossing continents, it's trying new things, making friends, and stepping out of your comfort zone. History's great stories spark our imagination and show us what's possible. They matter because they inspire us to live bigger, braver lives. When my journey ended in Hungary, I realized the most important trail is the one you make yourself. The lessons of the step, teamwork, flexibility, humility, are tools for every day, not just for adventurers. You don't need a horse or a map to start your own adventure. Be curious, ask questions, and don't fear getting lost. Your life is your own great story, and you're the hero. The world needs your courage and your unique perspective. So, what adventure will you choose? Your journey starts with the next step you take. The world is wide, the sky is open. What story will you tell?